Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. Today we'll be creating this wafer stick decorated cake with a fun ganache pattern. I'm using a 6-inch cake for this, sticking it to my cake board with some buttercream. Don't be alarmed that it's coloured, this was just extra buttercream that I had left over from a previous project. It's only one cake that I've used here, cut in half. Filling it in once with buttercream and then creating a crumb coat. This will be just a layer of frosting to trap in all those crumbs. Smooth it out with your spatula or a frosting scraper and then drag that top lip towards the middle. Clean up your cake board and pop it into the fridge to set for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, I've taken some coloured wafer sticks and I'm cutting them down to be about 1 centimeter or so taller than the actual cake. You can do these one by one, or if you're like me and you're impatient, just line them up a few at a time and cut them down all at once. Apply a final layer of frosting and try to choose a color that is matching the wafer sticks. That way, if you do see to the buttercream layer from between the wafer sticks, it's going to be a little less noticeable. Smooth out the sides with your frosting scraper and then drag that top lip towards the middle. While the buttercream is still wet, grab your wafer sticks and apply them directly to the side. Make sure that they're up standing straight and alternating, if you have two different ones, alternating the pattern. I'm turning the sticks around so that the flattest side is flush with the cake board and the cut side is up top. This just makes sure that it's a bit neater looking, I feel. Once all of them have been applied, do a once over just to make sure that they're nicely pressed up against the cake. And then using a number 32 piping tip, create a border around the very edge. This will stop our ganache from spilling out the sides and in between the wafer sticks. To create ganache, I've taken some white chocolate buttons and heavy cream. I like to use a 1:3 ratio, so 1 being cream, 3 being the white chocolate. And I zap it in the microwave for 35 seconds. I've added white icing, which is a gel food color, into my ganache, and then I've added in the colored gel food color in purple. I feel that by doing this, you have a bit more of an opaque ganache, and it's a bit more truer to the color that you're using. Pour this into the very middle, and then take that white ganache that we had into a piping bag. With the help of a turntable, create little circles starting from the very middle, working your way out to the edge. You'll also need a toothpick for the next step to create the pattern. And then just drag it from the outside of the cake and towards the middle. You can add as many lines as you like. The more lines you add, the more dramatic the pattern will look. After each line is created, clean up the tip of your toothpick. That way it's a bit neater right in the middle. You can give it a little bit of a shake to help settle the ganache. And then tie a ribbon around the whole cake just to secure everything together. You could leave it as is. I've also added some edible gold druggies on the very top just for a little added bonus, but you can totally skip this step. And that's it. That's how you create a fun and very easy wafer stick border cake with ganache. If you guys recreate this, I would love to see it. Hashtag Rosie's Dessert Spot so I can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you again in the next one.